guys, Jeremy here from How to Hockey with the Hockey Movement. In this video, I'm doing a breakdown of the forward stride. So I have a video on the iPad. I'm going to break it down for you, do a little analysis, and mark it up for you. Help you guys better understand the mechanics of the forward stride. Let's get right to it. All right, before we get started, I'll introduce the guest star, Ty Ronning. He plays for the Vancouver Giants in the WHL, the son of Cliff Ronning. So thank you, Ty, for hopping in this video. Let me record you. I didn't ask him to do anything special. I just said skate and let me record you, and he said, sure, let's do it. So before we start the video, what I'm going to talk about: blade contact, push angle, arm swing, and gears. I'm not making any arguments for the type of start you're using, the stride technique, short and choppy versus long and powerful. None of that. Just making observations about the evolution of the stride, and this should happen in basically no matter what technique you use or who taught you. So let's get started. First thing I want to mention is your basic stance. Most players are going to start just toes pointed down the ice. The problem we see is when they try to accelerate from this position and they are basically just running on the ice. The blades don't have that contact. So blade contact is really important. So let's see what Ty does here. First thing he does before he accelerates, he turns that blade so he can have maximum contact. It's pretty much right on that goal line. And watch what happens. He starts with the blade pretty much on the goal line, and when his foot comes off the ice, it's basically in the same spot. Now let's take a look at the left foot. I'm going to rewind it just a little bit, and you'll notice where that left foot plants and where it releases pretty much doesn't move. It plants and releases from the same spot. And that's going to be your first one or two strides because you're getting maximum force. We'll talk about that in your push angle, which we'll show next. But I just want to show this blade contact. Now watch this third stride. The foot lands just above the bottom of the circle. And now when he releases, when he has that final push, we're probably about a foot away from the bottom of the circle. Now let's just play this out, and we'll get him up to the top of the circle. That was at full speed. I'll slow it down. Oh, went a little too far here. Almost there. Rewind. All right, right here. So watch that left foot, and you'll see a faint line there. He plants that left foot right about the top of the circle, and when he releases, look at this blade contact. Still on the ice, still on the ice. Lots of glide, lots of glide, lots of glide, and then release. So I just want you guys to understand how the contact of the blade with the ice and how long it's in contact, where you start, where you push, how that changes as the stride evolves. And you'll understand this a little bit more when we talk about push angle. So I'm just going to change the location, give you a different angle. And we're going to talk about your push angle. So a little bit further back here. So watch the angle that the leg is pushing at right here. It's the first stride, and you're going to notice that the push is pretty much straight back. I'm only going to mark up the right leg, so it's a little easier to make these comparisons. You guys can make observations on the right leg and left leg as well if you'd like, but we're just going to talk about the right leg. So that's a pretty much straight back push for the first push from that right leg. Now we get that plant, blade angle changes a little, and your push angle, of course, is going to change a little as well. That's not exactly a straight back push. It's close, but we're going about right there. Pretty accurate here. And I'm not going to be dead on with all these angles. Once again, just simple observations. You guys can come to your own conclusions here. The third angle, we'll see, is a little bit more to the side. Definitely not straight back anymore. Right? Now let's just play this in quarter speed. And I'm going to let him, so we have basically first gear, second gear, third gear, and then pretty much overdrive. You should be close to top speed after your third or fourth stride. And then after that, it's just all overdrive. You can increase your speed, but not as dramatically as you can those first three strides. So let's take a look at this push here, close to the red line. And by the way, this only took him about 4 seconds to get there. In slow-mo, it looks like it took forever. So now watch this push. It's pushing nearly to the side. I wouldn't say all the way to the side, but it's dramatically more to the side than that first push. So let's rewind it one more time. And you guys can just sort of see how well I marked this one up. So watch that push. I'd say I got pretty close there with that. So you can see it gets a lot more to the side. So why is this? Let's take this back to the start right about here, and we're going to talk about gears here. So we're talking about a bicycle. You're starting in first gear. We'll say we have a 5-speed bicycle. You don't want to start in 5th gear. That's going to be pretty hard to get your acceleration. So you have to start in first gear. That is a straight back push, nearly straight back push. Now, if you're in 5th and you try to start pushing it to the side, you're not going to go very far because you need that blade contact. All right? So that first push is going to be nearly straight back. But once we get going, we have some speed and we need longer contact with the ice. So we have to push a little bit more to the side, right? And each time as we accelerate, we have to push a little bit more out to the side to continue to have that good blade contact. Because if we get up to top speed and we use the same technique, which I do see with some players, they just keep on pushing back, well, you're never going to get that acceleration. So if right here, when we're supposed to be in 5th gear, we're in first gear and we have the blade turned like this and pushing there, you're basically just skipping on the ice. You could relate it to being on a treadmill that's going really fast and you're just running your feet. You're not even really pushing, right? So we need to evolve that stride as we go. So let's take a look. I'll just play this through in slow motion. You guys can sort of see how that stride evolves. And as this technique evolves, the arm swing also changes. And that's something that I'm going to talk about now. Video's getting 6 minutes. We'll keep it short in the arm swing motion. So let's just pause that here. I'm going to clear all these lines, and we're going to take you to a different angle once again. Talk about arm swing. Now, this is hotly debated among power skating instructors, and to me it seems pretty simple. The arms counter the legs. Now, the argument is some people teach it should go forwards and backwards because that's how sprinters move, and it works really well for sprinters. But then on the ice, you could see that we start with our legs going forwards and backwards like sprinters would, but it evolves to more to the side. And then we have another section saying that the arms should swing side to side because we've analyzed speed skaters and their arms go really far side to side, but they're analyzing them when they're at top speed. If you look at a speed skater starting in acceleration and going to full speed, you'll see the evolution. So this is what I'm talking about, and I'll just play it in slow motion. What I'm saying, it's really simple and it happens nearly naturally. In some players, you have to teach it to them, but most of the time they'll pretty much get it. You're gonna see the arm swing evolution. So as the stride evolves, the arm swing also changes. So this first stride, you can see a forwards to backwards arm swing because the leg is pushing straight back. Same with the second stride. Now the third stride, getting a little more to the side, and the arm swing goes a little bit more to the side. And then as we get to 4th and 5th stride, now we can see that arm swing is changing to match the leg push. So now we're more side to side arm swing. Now there are instructors that teach the arm swing shouldn't go past the midpoint of the body, but I don't agree with the instructors that say it should only be forwards and backwards or only be side to side. The acceleration, the arm swing is going to be a little bit different. And then we also have the instructors that say, why are we even teaching skating from the goal line to the red line at full speed? Because we're going to have to do crossovers, stop, starts, transitions, turns. Most players in a game aren't going to do a beeline from the goal line to the red line. So there's that. But this video, once again, is just so you guys can better understand the evolution of the skating stride, and I hope that this will help you guys improve your stride a little bit.
Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching. If you're looking for more videos to improve your skills, hit that subscribe button. We do new hockey videos every single week. Before I go, I want to say thank you to coachingboards.com. They set me up with this sweet, massive custom rink board. I'm going to do more videos up here. They allow me to complete the setup. If you're looking for a coaching board, check them out. They do sweet ones like this as well, and they'll put your logo right up top. So thank you very much for watching the video. We'll see you guys in the next one.